Hey everybody. So I just want to bring you guys a brand new item that I just got in the mail today. It is December the 16th and I ordered this, I want to say the 10th? I can't even remember, to be honest, but it wasn't that long ago. And it is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette. So that is the scrumptious little container it comes in. So on the front it looks like a chocolate bar, and then on the back it has the eyeshadow colors and just sort of a little information about the chocolate bar palette and how long it is good for, which it says 12 months. This is what the front looks like. Just a very cute, just like the other chocolate bar palette. I have it right here. I'm sure you guys have seen that and are really familiar. But this is the regular chocolate bar palette and this is the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette. Mine are the same size because I have the newest one of the chocolate bar palette. So if you have the first one that came out, yours will be a lot thicker. But these ones are the same size. So those are the shadows together. And as you can tell, they're completely different. I'm finding that the ones that are in the current palette are way more versatile and really great for pretty much every single skin tone. And they do have a black one and a really dark brown, where this really only has browns and pinks kind of. And this one's more warm with a few extra pop of colors as well, like the blue. And then this one has more of like the red and purples as far as the pop of color. The sizes obviously of the eyeshadows are the same, and they do offer two very large highlight shades, which this one's my favorite. It is so absolutely beautiful. It kind of reminds me of MAC Nylon, but a little more yellowish gold. And I use MAC Nylon like every single day basically, except for recently because of Project Pan. But yeah, so last year's is really beautiful, but I'm just going to put that away. The only thing I can tell different this time, even though this one doesn't snap closed, my semi-sweet palette, I got hair in the mouth. My semi-sweet palette, it is less magnetic almost. Like it opens way easier. This one, it still opens easy, but it had a little bit more magnetic closure than this one. It just feels like it's, I can tell there's a magnet in there, but it doesn't hold very well. The front is just cute and gorgeous. I love it. It looks like a chocolate bar. Nice tin container. The same frou-frou on the back. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm making this real quick because I'm going to run out of time on my battery. The inside has this little guy right here, which I'll show you in a second. But I want to show you the mirror, which is again full size and says chocolate bar on it. And then when you get to the eyeshadows, they just offer such a beautiful array of shades, and oh, it's just stunning. So that's the eyeshadows, and as you can see, they do say the names on them this time, where the other, like the other chocolate bar palette or the chocolate bar palette, they don't have the names in them, so I had to tape my plasticky thing to the top, which doesn't bother me because I can still do my makeup through this and I can still see. You guys can still see you there. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. It's inconvenient, absolutely, because who wants to have the plastic thing taped inside their container? It's just so much easier to have the names on the package.
And I think this is like total hole-in-one. I don't even know what else to say, but this is golf term, right? Like, what's up with that?
Anyway, this is just a beautiful, beautiful palette. It's just gorgeous. I'm in love with it. I did this look. You'll see that at the end of this sort of review, which is super fast. I'm going to make this as short as possible. But I do love these shades. I will swatch a few. There are a lot of tutorials and reviews and all that kind of stuff on this palette already. So I'm just going to swatch a few without primer, just on the back of my hand, just so you guys can see the pigmentation. So I'll swatch Licorice, which is the black. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so we'll just move that around a bit. It does go on pretty dark, but that just looks like a really sad swatch. So, but yeah, it does go on really dark on the skin, and it does blend out pretty nicely. What else can I show you? I'll show you Pink Sugar. which is basically glitter, unless you use a primer underneath, which you won't even be able to see that, I don't think. Yeah, it's there. So, I mean, I'm not really doing a great job at showing you guys swatches of these. It does not do them justice at all. This one I'm going to show you is called Hot Fudge. I did not use this in my look today, so this is like the first time touching it. And they're not great swatches. I'm so sorry. I love this palette. In comparison to last year, the chocolate bar palette, maybe, was this last year? I only picked this up in like April this year, and I have been loving it ever since. It doesn't look like it's gotten a lot of love, but I have used it quite a bit. But this one, they just hit it out of the park. They nailed it completely. Like, this is a beautiful palette. I'm so happy it came as fast as it did because I wasn't expecting it until the 18th. So when I got home today, I was kind of excited. I was kind of thrilled. And I'm loving these eyeshadows. I'll zoom in really quick so you guys can have a look at what the look is. It's super soft, just really everyday wearable.
And I like that it's super neutral, but I can still like wear it with a bold lip.
Definitely give it a 5 out of 5. It is $59 in Canada, $49 in the US. I do not know how much it is anywhere else, but check Sephora, eBay. I'm not even sure if it's available on Amazon, anything. Just check it out and see if you can find it and if you can get it where you are, if you're not in Canada or the US. I just love this so much. Like, they could not have done a better job, I don't think. That is basically all I have. I don't want to talk too much about it. I basically just want to show you guys what it's about and that it's a fabulous gift for Christmas if you celebrate, or if you know someone who does and you want to get them something. I recommend this. This is my top one so far. This one and the Too Faced one I totally recommend. Love those. But yeah, I guess I'll quit while I'm ahead. Otherwise, you can continue on to watch the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye. Alright everybody, so I'm going to get started using the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. So this is the lighter one. I think I'm going to go in with mousse first. I was going to go in with peanut butter, but I think I might use that in the next tutorial. So I'm going to go ahead and use this shade right here, which is called Mousse. And this smells so good. Holy moly. And I'm basically trying to push that in the crease on my EB13 brush. These are really smooth. Next, underneath the eyebrow, I'm going to go in with Butter Pecan, which is the shade right here. I'm going to take that on a 305 brush from Sedona Lace, and this looks to be like a very yellowish sort of cream color, and it is a shimmer shade as far as I can tell. It has just a really nice hue of shimmer, so it's not like too overpowering. That is so beautiful. The next eyeshadow that I want to go in with is called Coconut Cream, and it's this shade right up here, which is just a really nice, sort of a more white cream as opposed to Butter Pecan, which is more of a yellowish kind of a cream tone, or a gold yellow cream. So Coconut Cream we're going to go in with again on the EB13 brush from Sedona Lace, and I'm basically going to blend out in between the two, like the transition shade and the under the eyebrow highlights. So the next shade that I want to go in with is called Licorice, and it is the black matte color that's right at the top here. It's just stunning. Like this, I'm like not even joking. This palette is phenomenal. I'm so glad I got it. The black is a tiny bit chalky, but, or I should say the color Licorice is a little bit chalky, but it's so nice. And as long as you tap off any excess, you shouldn't have too much fallout. So the next shade I'm going to go in with is called Nougat, and that is just a very, it looks like a very beautiful sort of a mauvey brown cream color. It's really hard to explain this one, but this is the one right here. And I'm just going to take my 941 brush, which is a large eyeshadow brush from Sedona Lace, and I'm going to put that pretty much all over until it meets with Licorice. The next shade I want to go in with is called Truffled, and that is right beside Nougat, which is right here. I really like that shade. It's just a really beautiful brown color. It's matte, and I'm just going to go in on my E35 tapered blending brush. There's nothing on it. It's just a little bit dirty from previous use, but it's just a neutral shade, so I'm not too worried about it. But I'm going to take Truffled very lightly on the tip of this, which it didn't really change the color too much. And I'm just going to blend that around Licorice to sort of soften it up.
So I want to make sure that I sort of, sorry about the tearing, but I would like to sort of soften up the edges because they're quite chalky-ish, if you know what I mean. Like they're not clean. So I just want to go over with Nougat again and a little bit of mousse. I'm going to combine the two. So I'm just going to take that on the same brush and just sort of bat them with this into both of the eyeshadows. And I'm just going to lightly go over the edges.
So I hope you can see the difference between the two eyes now. This one is a lot more smoky and natural, and this one is really still very harsh. So I'm just gonna do the same to the other side, and I'll be right back.
So now what I want to do is the underneath part of the eye, but I think I want to do my face first. Just because I don't want to leave, like my skin is very patchy, so I don't want to leave my skin like that and then try and do first the makeup and then try and do the foundation after. So I'm just going to do all of my face and I'll be right back.
Alright, so I'm done my face and my eyebrow is bugging me. This one right here, it's bugging me because I didn't shape it as nice as I shaped the other one. So it's like irritating me and I keep looking at it. So just disregard my eyebrow, please. So I want to get moving on to the bottom part of the eye. And I think what I'm going to do is start off with my MAC Relaxed Shade Stick. And the only reason that I'm using this on the bottom is because I really want the shadows to adhere, and I'm going to use some pretty dark ones. So I'm just going to use this as light as possible, just on the lash line area. And then I'm basically just going to take my finger and just sort of smudge that out so it's not super harsh. And I'm sure you guys have noticed my eye on this side was tearing a lot earlier. I kind of cleaned that up with some concealer. But yeah, we're going to just put eyeshadow down there anyway. I'll probably end up tearing it off because that's how my eyes go. So anyways, let's just move on with the bottom of the eyes. I think I want to take this color here called Puddin', which is right here. And it's a very nice, almost gray brown, and I really like this color a lot. I'm going to take my short shader F20 brush from Sigma, and I'm just going to sort of, I guess, press very lightly the tip of it into Puddin', and then just press it where I put Relaxed. And I'm not going to go all the way in because I want to keep my eye looking like really open in the front and sort of pulling the eye outward because my eyes are a little bit closely set. So I just want to make the impression of having a wider set eye. And I think it would be really nice if you connected that. I'm going to leave mine just because my eyes totally cry, like they tear like crazy all the time. So I'm going to leave mine right now. So I'm going to take a pencil brush. I don't really have many of them, so it's really hard for me to find one. I guess I have to invest in them. So I'm going to take the pencil brush that I have here, and oh, it's already tearing. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to warm this look up quite a bit, and I'm going to go in with peanut butter, which is right here. And I'm just going to take that right over top of Puddin' what we applied underneath. Oh.
I really like these eyeshadows. They're just beautiful.
I'm going to go back in with my short shader, and this time I'm going to go in with Licorice just a little bit, which is the dark color. And I'm going to just take that like super lightly and just put that in the outer portion. And then I'm going to go back in with my pencil brush and I'm going to go over that with Puddin'. So I'm going to go back in with peanut butter and I'm just going to go right underneath everything and just sort of brighten it up a little bit or warm it up. And then what I want to do is take just sort of a big blending brush, like a nice fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to go in with Coconut Cream, which is this beautiful shade right down here. And I'm just going to take that on the big fluffy blending brush. I know it has a bit of color, but it should come off or not come off the brush. And I'm just going to blend underneath all of that. And sort of smoke that out a little bit. So I think to add a little bit of shimmer, because I want to do a neutral look, but I also want to do something that gives off a little bit of glitter and shimmer. In the center part of the lid here, I'm just going to take just a little bit of my Too Faced glitter glue. And I'm just going to put like the absolute smallest amount, because I don't want to overpower, so just like the tiniest amount. And that's going to get smushed and warmed up in between the fingers. And then very lightly, because I really don't I like this look and I don't want to ruin it, but I'm just going to put that just kind of in where the crease is and a little bit in the center of the eye. And then I'm going to take just a flat eyeshadow brush, and this is number 954 from Sedona Lace. And I'm going to go in with Pink Sugar, this shade right here. And that's just going to go right on the center. Just for a little bit of sparkle. Nothing too crazy, just a little.